I'm out here harvesting our first ever crop of goji berries, and I thought I should probably go grab my camera and record this and share this with you, because goji berries are not the traditional berry of a homestead, right? So why do we plant these and why are we using them? We are really keen on planting medicinal herbs and berries and things that we can use, you know, as medicine or to support our body. And goji berries are super high in antioxidants. They're 3 times higher in antioxidants than the elderberry, which we also have on our homestead too, that we are harvesting at this exact time. But goji berries, they look like this little tiny red berry. They are super bitter. They're not even sweet. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna dehydrate them, and I'm gonna use them in granola to add some extra antioxidant without all the sugar. So in our granola, a lot of times we add raisins and craisins, and that's pretty high in sugar. Cavity causing, blood sugar spikes, all those things. But goji berries are a nice little chewy add-in to granola. But I think I'm also gonna add this to my elderberry syrup. So when I make elderberry syrup, I'm just gonna throw a few of these in, or a handful of these in, to add some extra antioxidant boost. So let me show you what this looks like. And backstory on this. As you may notice, if you're a follower on our channel, we use Young Living essential oils for almost everything. And we love oils for the body support that they give our family through any season. We drink Ningxia Red. It's an antioxidant drink from Young Living that is made from the Ningxia wolfberry. And that wolfberry is actually a cousin to the goji berry. And so when we were touring one of the Young Living farms, Brooke said, I want to grow a wolfberry. Well, I found the cousin. I found a goji berry at one of our local Amish nurseries. Gave it to him for Father's Day. He split that one bush into 3 and planted them right here along the driveway. And every year since then, that was 3 years ago? 4 years ago, every year since then, he's been propagating a few little babies. So we have some little babies propagated because he plans on planting more of them. Now, if you have blueberry bushes, you know it's really tedious to pick all those little berries. Same thing with the goji berries. Very tedious, but it's something that I find relaxing. So I'm out here picking by myself, but I think I'm gonna enlist my kids to do some of it too. They've been picking a few here and there, and I'm gonna throw these in the dehydrator and give it a try. This is something completely new. Last year we had ducks, and the ducks loved the goji berries. They would jump up and get the goji berries. This year we have a bumper crop. And with the drought that we've been having, you know, there's things that aren't producing on our farm. But then there are things that are producing like mad. So the goji berry is one of those. Let me turn this around and show you what it looks like. Here's one of our bushes. We have 3 of them along the driveway, and they grow quite fast. This is the little purple flower it starts out as, and then it gets these beautiful clusters. Almost like blueberries. They grow in a cluster, so not all of them are ripe at the same time. It's a little green one, and then here's the little red ones. So I'll take you on a quick little tour and show you some other medicinals that we have growing. The first thing we put in was our elderberry bushes, and they are prolific, and they are shooting up everywhere because they, you know, as the birds eat them, poop them out, as the seeds just scatter all over the farm, they just pop up everywhere. And so we have been cutting them. The one thing I do for elderberries is I cut them. I put them in like a grocery store plastic bag and throw them in the freezer. And when I have them all harvested, because they don't all ripen at the same time, just like normal berries, right? They don't all come at the same time. When I have them all harvested, I take them out of the freezer and I shake the bags and put it all in a big cooler, and then pick off those little remaining berries. I'll have to do another video on that, and I'll link my elderberry recipe below. So stay tuned for that recipe, because I probably will be doing that in the near future, as these are all coming to an end. But let me turn this around and show you what they look like. Elderberry bushes get massive, so if you're planning on planting them, make sure you have plenty of space. This is just 3 of them that we planted about 7 years ago. We started getting a harvest after about 4 years. Same with the goji berry. I think it's been about 3 or 4 years and we're finally getting a harvest from them. So have patience, plant now, and those years go past very fast. So let me show you some deep purple. So here's some deep purple berries. These are coming to an end. As you can see, some of the birds got these, but we get plenty and the birds get plenty. They're all pretty much drying up now. So they're hanging heavy with fruit and I need to come in and clip these. So again, I clip them right here, throw the whole thing in a plastic grocery store bag and throw them in the freezer until I'm ready to pick all the berries off. Freezing them helps the berries come off of the stem, and then once I have them all off, then I freeze them in quart-sized bags. I don't dry these just because they're so difficult to get off and they're so tiny. But this is what they look like. So the one thing that we did in the spring of 2020 when the world shut down was we put in a medicinal herb garden. It's our lower kitchen garden. I'll link that video below so that you can see the progress of that whole project. And it's just so fun making spaces on your homestead come alive, taking what's in here and then just laying it out. So in that medicinal herb garden, we have more plants rather than berries. So echinacea, motherwort, calendula, clary sage, bee balm, obviously mint, stevia. I love stevia. We dry that leaf for teas. So a lot of our medicinals we will dry for tea. There are some that I will tincture as well. And if you want more on that, I can absolutely do some of those videos because now that it's nearing the end of summer, echinacea is one of those things you can't dig up until the 2nd year. I don't want to dig up all my echinacea, but the root is the most medicinal part, and you do that in the fall. But I will take the leaves, the flowers, and I'll put that all in 100 proof vodka and let that sit for 6 weeks or longer, and that's tincturing. So I can do some more videos on that if you would want those. But definitely in the next one I will share with you guys how I harvest elderberries and how we pick those berries off, because they are little buggers. But for right now, I need to get back to harvesting these goji berries because I think that's going to take me a little while. And those I'm going to dehydrate, and I'm really excited to show you guys how they turn out. We have a second-hand dehydrator. It's an American Harvest Snack Master dehydrator. I'm gonna put it on the fruit and veggies setting at 135 Fahrenheit. I'm using this little plastic mesh because these berries are so tiny, I don't want them falling through the cracks. And I'm just gonna sprinkle them on here. Going to do it evenly so they're not overlapping. The top on, plug it in, and this will run for about 24 to 48 hours, and I'll show you what they turn out like. Hey guys, it's been 48 hours. I think I told you 24, but it's been 48 hours. It's probably because it's my dehydrator. I've noticed that this one takes a little bit longer than some of the other ones I've had in the past. But let's see what these look like. They look great. They're a little crunchy. So I probably should have taken them out this morning instead of this afternoon. But some are chewy, some are crunchy. Maybe it was the heat wasn't dispersed properly. I'm gonna unplug it. But I'm gonna use these for granola. I'm also, well, yeah, I'll use them for granola. I think I'm gonna pick some more and I'm just gonna put them right in the freezer, because with those, I think I'm just gonna add right to my elderberries to add some extra punch to the elderberry syrup, because these are higher in antioxidants than elderberries. So I'm gonna elevate it a little bit. I'm gonna upgrade my elderberry syrup this year. And so I think instead of taking the time to dehydrate them, I'm just gonna put them in baggies and put them right in the freezer. That way I can scoop a few out, or maybe just like a couple tablespoons, and add them to my elderberry syrup. I'll link all of that below. I'll link my elderberry syrup recipe below. Just know you can add a couple tablespoons of goji berries. Even if you don't grow goji berries, or if you just planted them and they're not quite ready, you can add them. You know, you can get some store-bought organic ones and add those to your elderberry syrup. All right, guys, I'll see you guys back here for more Homestead nitty-gritty.